Hey, how's it going? This is Alan. Thanks for coming back to my channel. Today, I got a different camera angle this time. Got you know, a new camera. So let's see how that's gonna work out. And please let me know down in the comments if you actually like this type of video better than the other format that I was doing before. Anyways, we're gonna get started right now with a reading for Capricorn, and just remember to pick up what resonates and leave out the rest. If you don't, if it doesn't actually match up to anything that's happening to you, you're free to keep watching. I would really appreciate if you do so. But again, do not try to fit something that is not yours. All right. That said, let's get started over here. What do we have for Capricorn? Who is this message for? That was quick. We got Temperance. We got someone who's been looking for a whole lot of balance in their lives. I see that you have been dipping your toes into something new, or maybe you're dipping your toes into your emotions, right? Because we are moving things from one cup to another over here. So it's pretty much like trying to balance what is actually good and bad within your life. Okay. You are 1 foot on the ground and 1 foot in the water. It is a little time for you to actually get some balance in your life. So that's what pretty much means, right? We are talking to someone who is very, very centered in their emotions. Someone very lovable, who's always got their cup full. Next up, we are looking at greed. There might have, perhaps a situation where either you have not been very balanced to other people, or you have not been enough generous to other people, or you have maybe noticed that someone hasn't been generous to you, whether they may be in company, whether they may be into financials, or maybe at work. But once again, it is that time where you have to start looking where is the actual balance of things in here. What else do we have going on? Yeah, I think this conversation relates to businesses. It's almost like there's an imbalance on financials. Maybe you have been someone who's been taking care of somebody else, or maybe you're someone who has been getting into a business venture with someone, but they don't necessarily are coming up within the terms that you guys have previously set up at the beginning of certain relationship. We have the World. This is just a message for you to, just to let you know that this is pretty much ending. You are getting to the point where you are completing a cycle. You are completing a cycle, and things are about to change. Maybe you have given the world to these people. Maybe you have been, going through an entire situation, but now that's when we are finally getting to the point where we're getting some temperance. It is time. It's time it is finally time to start changing things. Do you have any past influences? Yes. You have been giving the entire world to this person. There are those motivations, right? You know, you had the glove, you had the entire world in your hands. You have been giving the world to your hands. So now this is a new opportunity to start anew. Whether you may start again alone, whether you start retracting from those relationships that were pretty much just draining you all along. They got Page of Pentacles. You may find somebody else new. You may notice somebody new who is very visionary, very enthusiastic, somebody who is good in handling money, or somebody who is good in handling businesses. What else should we expect from this Page of Pentacles? Nostalgic. You will start feeling nostalgic about this person. Maybe you will start feeling like you're young again. You know, this person will make you feel young again. This person may make you feel like that you're actually worth something. You're worth chasing for. Extra. Let's see what else we got in here. We got the Nine of Cups sitting happily, collecting all of your trophies. I believe that you and this new person who you're gonna get together will have a really, really great chemistry. You will finally get to the point where you get to understand each other. Okay? This new person that is coming in, they will most likely come together with the very same terms that you are looking for in a person. You will be very happy. You will be very happy by being with, you know, with somebody like that, which was the complete opposite of what was happening in here. You're not gonna be drained anymore of your resources, you know, because that process is completed. What else do we need to know in here? In Chariot, you may have some sort of travel, or you may have I see those two different sphinxes over here. One black, one white. I believe you will most likely get together and you will understand each other pretty well, to the point that you actually will get to see something along the way, and you're gonna get plans together and you will have fun together. You may go traveling together, or perhaps you may have to go traveling to see this person. Okay? Well, let me throw some oracle cards over here. And let's see what they gotta tell us. What are we left with? The Runaways. You know, every single time that we leave something or we leave somebody, we are always caught up with those feelings that we need to keep looking back and compare to the situation that we are in at the moment. But you have to remember one thing: you are where you should be right now. You have gone through those situations just so you could learn exactly the lessons you needed to learn. So it might be that time where you actually get to sit down and you have to count, what was that last person, what was that last job, what was that last situation actually, what was I benefiting out of that? Because not always we get ourselves into certain situations that we are happy, even though you may be in a time where we are completing a cycle and we are finishing up what needs to be done. You know, maybe we might be done with certain people. We have to sit and think of, what have we learned, what have we acquired, what are the tools that I have at the moment, so I can start moving on. If something's broken, make it better. Yeah, exactly. If you have been into a broken relationship or a broken job, a broken situation, whatever that may be, you know, you will have to fix it somehow, because you can't be, certainly you cannot be just bleeding through whatever that may be. Either make it better, or you gotta, you know, move on and start brand new, make a new version, find someone better, find a better job. One more card, please. Nope. Oh. Self-control, never heard of it. Hey. That might be just a little word of caution. Every single time that we get together with a new situation, with a new person, it's always good to make sure that we don't go way too far. Okay? Don't simply just go too far. But it is always good to know how you're going to react to certain situations. All right. With that said, let's get a real quick recap over here, just so I can move on to the next zodiac. So we started on Temperance, where it says that you are a grounded person, but it looks like you have been dipping your toes into something else, a different situation. And it is now finally time to start a balancing act, to start moving water from one cup to the other. You may be filling somebody else's cup for way too long, and it might be time for you to retract and start bringing it back to you. I did ask, who was this message for? It looks like you are somebody who is very well put up on your emotions, somebody very loving. There has been some sort of imbalance, most likely financial. Perhaps somebody around you has been very greedy. But there is a message that we got a little split up going on over here. There won't be a reunion anymore. And also we do have the confirmation that you do have the cycle being completed. The cycle is finally ending. Something might be happening to the point where there will be a separation, and then something new will be arriving. You will have new options. Here, it shows that you have the world in your hands, and you're ready to start new. You're sitting high in your royalty. You will most likely get to meet somebody who will be very visionary, very good with money. Somebody very well put together, well grounded. They will bring you a sense of nostalgia. You're gonna feel young again, and they will be a good fit for you because you just know it is meant to happen. You will be sitting happy with all of your trophies, with all of your cups, all of your relationships. And with that said, you may start a brand new venture, or you may have a business together. You may travel together. This is the final say that you have everything going on for you, and things will actually start working the way they're supposed to be. Just remember, sit down. Just because that last situation is over, it's gone, it does not mean that you're leaving completely empty-handed. Those situations happen for a reason, just so you can learn and move on from them. So what are we left with? What can we do with what I got? This oracle card says, if something's broken, make it better. You either have the choice, right? We all have the choice to fix it. You either, fix yourself, because you can't really fix others, but you can get a different relationship, you can get a different job, whatever that may be. We got the Weekend with self-control, never heard of it. That may be a call to either for you to have a little more self-control on how you relate to others, or that may be a case for you to stop being so, somebody that is always literally playing safe all the time. Just try something different every now and then. That might actually be worth the while, Please let me know down in the comments how this message has resonated with you. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, all of that good stuff. I really do appreciate you staying until the end, and I hope to see you in the next one. Peace and bye-bye.